Oh. All good. All good. Hold up. We live? Yeah, we're live. We've been live for like 16 seconds. Hi, everybody. We're live. We're here. It's your boy. It's the guy that does too much work in a week and still has 8 videos to go before the end of the week, and it's on Tuesday. God has cursed me for my hubris, and my work is finished. That is a phrase I've stolen from Brian David Gilbert, but I think it fits my current life. Oh, it says live? Is it? They just upload the damn thing and call it a day? It's also being like VPN detected, which means it does not like my. Yeah, it's starting to see through my VPN, unfortunately. Yeah, Netflix is starting to be able to see through Sky VPN, unfortunately. So maybe in the new year I'll invest in a name brand VPN. There we go. I got it in now. Well, nope. I was in, and then it was like you're watching through a VPN. No, I'm not. Got in, and I turned the VPN off. Yes. Yeah, I get that. I pay for mine because it works at my work location. If maybe change. Yeah, who knows? Maybe in the new year I'll use one of those use code blanks. Get 50% off. Jesus H Christ, what was that? Gonna work now? Okay, we seem to be fine. There we go. We got footage of Thea Hale walking in. Footage I guarantee you they scrambled to record last week. Oh yeah? Oh yeah. Yeah, if I can't get it to load up through Netflix, I'll use one of my back doors that I use. Those usually work fine. Um, I think it won't. The only issue there is I then give up an entire monitor. There we go. I got a backdoor website working. It's fine. We're good. I just get commercials now, but I don't care. I'm not super pressed about commercials. My God, does anyone want to take a guess how many messages? I have a group chat with Hemlock and our 2 other friends. And the group chat name, for those wondering, is the Soniclings. Because of course it is. Anyone want to guess how many messages I've missed in the 5 minutes we've been live? Shockingly not. 35, though. Why is the first message I see Thomas the Twink Engine? What could the context be here? Hold on. Okay, one of my friends was saying, guys, I'm on the train, leveling up my autism. I'm so Thomas the Tank Engine pilled right now. And then one of my other friends responded, Thomas the Twink Engine. So there's the context. I guess. Oh, fun. An air fryer. You know what they say? You either don't own an air fryer or you own one and it's all you talk about. So, or something like that. Oh, wow. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Fucking Tatum Paxley with a chainsaw. I feel like some people just unlocked a new kink. Actually, no, I'm not really that into Tatum Paxley. She's fine. Not really not super my type. What all was I gonna fucking do while I was live tonight? I got Grand Slam done today. I gotta get the thumbnail made for that. I've got an idea for the thumbnail, so I got that going for me. So, you know, one. And I do appreciate that. Fortunately, having the templates that I have makes it a little easier. But I've got a good idea for the Grand Slam, I think. I had the idea while I was filming. So we got that going for season 7. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm in season 7. I have to keep reminding myself I've been doing this shit for I'm going into my 7th year of doing this bullshit. That's true. The Australia logo. Because we're just doing everything down in Australia. For those that aren't in creative, which is pretty much most people watching, we were in the creative voice chat last night until 4 in the morning. I mean, yeah. I get that. Yeah, please, no. Yeah. You guys scare me. You guys are different beasts. That's valid. I just don't sleep. That's my solution. I'm fine. I mean, I slept for 5 hours last night. Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I think the only reason I woke up as early as I did is because I don't have curtain in my room. So my room is very bright when the sun comes up. Because, I lost the curtains and the curtain rod in the divorce. It's okay. I've got purple curtains. I also fully expect like stream chat to not be super lively tonight, or if I stream it all tomorrow. And I'm okay with that. I got no issues with that. These streams are really just to give people who don't have anything going on somewhere to hang out. I know that to peel back the curtain a little bit, the only Ray Wood and I have to get in a voice chat in the morning before he goes to work right when I get up so that we can do a little promo for TNA on Thursday. I mean, we have to in this case because TNA airs on Thursday. And for me, Thursday, I get up, I head back to my hometown for the second time this week. Yep, Crimbo. As we enter the Crimbo limbo, as my buddy Tom says. Yeah, fucking Tom from Cultaholic. Or LS11 ring announcer. I think I've shown you this before. If I haven't, I'll show you it once we're off stream. Yeah, I'll show it to you because it's like my biggest flex. Because he and I interviewed him for a paper that I got published back in college, and then I was like, "So Tom, I'm gonna take a wild shot here. Any chance I could get you to be my personal ring announcer for a video in July?" And he was all for it. He was like, "All right, what's the context?" I was like, "All right, so I'm wrestling Sephiroth from Final Fantasy." He went, "I'm in." He he's a fucking goat. He's a goat. Yeah, I have no issues with Domino's personally. I can't stand thin crust. They do New York style crust really. That's my preferred. Yeah, pan. That's what I mean. Pan. Not new. Oh, hey, Pierre. What's up, bud? Okay, so you and we had this back and forth on stream a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks, probably about a week ago, where you and I were both kind of joking about AI can be funny when it's terrible sometimes. I ended up falling down a rabbit hole of seeing other people's stuff on Twitter this morning because of course I ended up on Twitter. It is so funny seeing people use Google's like Gemini, Neo Banana, whatever it's called, image generator. And when you just put a wrestler's name in it, it does not know what those wrestlers look like. Is you throwing us out there? No, this is hold on, because I did try it once. I gave it one generation. I was like, I don't like generative AI, especially image generation or anything like that. I do realize that the king of the universe over here is a little hypocritical with that. I'm aware of that. Um, but Let me pull this up real quick. This is I'm gonna send this to you, and then I will flash it on screen as well. I actually did two because I was curious. It vaguely, shockingly, Gemini vaguely knows what Xander Carver from LS11 Universe looks like. No, of course not. The prompt I gave it was Xander Carver from LS11 Universe and Chris Jericho sitting on the apron of an empty wrestling ring ahead of a TNA wrestling show wearing shirts that say Y2Z. I don't know who this is, but that ain't Chris Jericho. No. My guess is because I was logged into my Google account. My guess is that it generated it based off my profile because that is the hair I have. That is the hair I have in my profile picture. Hold on, I'll show it on stream real quick. Yeah. So there it is, Y2J, not Y2Z. And then I did one other one where I did test like uploading a picture of myself to it. And by myself, I mean Carnold. Um, and God, did it massacre Carnold? Um, I'm gonna have to zoom in heavily on it because it's a massive spoiler. Um, but I will send it to you, Liam. I can't say what the prompt I gave it was fully, but I can say I gave it a picture of Carnold and said, "Generate me shaking hands with John Cena," and this is what it gave me. I it it looks like John Cena and Tom Brady had a bastard love child. So here it is for those wondering. Like that doesn't look like Carnold to me. It's got his outfit, but that ain't Carnold. Yeah, I don't fuck with like image generation ever for obvious reasons. Like especially as an artist, I don't fuck with image generation. But it is funny because I swear the other one I tried, I think I ended up deleting it. I think I tried generating like I gave it the picture of me and I said put me next to professional wrestler Joe Hendry holding the WWE tag team titles because I was like, all right, fucking last thing I'll do was that. And it was not Joe Hendry, it was just some guy. And we were not holding the tag titles. We were holding two copies of the Blue Universal title. And then I was like, all right, three is enough. I'm done. And I didn't do anymore. So, all of that to be said, generative AI sucks. Image generation sucks. Don't do it. But also, it does not know who wrestlers are, which is really funny. Hey, Kay.
What up, peeps?
We were just talking about how shitty AI is and how I played with Google's image generator last night and it did not. I asked it to put me and Chris Jericho sitting next to each other, and this is not Chris Jericho. Who the who the fuck is this? Yeah, that's exactly Liam. That is exactly who it generated me with too. That is exactly who fucking Google thinks Joe Hendry is. That's so funny. Oh, Oh boy. I'm excited. On. I can think of a few reasons this is not MJ. I can think of a few reasons this is not MJF. Also, love that above the AEW logo it says Tell. Can think can you know can think of a few reasons why that isn't MJF. Hi Tatum. We're fucking with AI.
Oh no.
Because I brought up today that AI does not know what wrestlers look like other than John Cena. And Liam is like, well, I gotta test this. Who is this supposed? Is this Kenny Omega?
Supposed to be Kenny.
This is Kenny Omega, apparently. I will say that the detail around the ring and everything is terrifying. Like, that's terrifying, for sure. No, I think they're so funny that I have to.
That's supposed to be Kenny.
CM Punk, apparently, everybody. All tall dynamite. All tall dynamite. All tall dynamite. Fuck, if I hadn't already recorded Grand Slam, I would 110% be kicking off going, Hail us 11 Universe, it's Zander, and welcome back to All Tall Dynamite Grand Slam.
Why did he?
Oh my god, man. That is so ridiculously funny. Like, again, I'm not someone who really fucks with AI super heavy, as we know. Like, vaguely. Yes. Yes.
Looks like that guy from.
He does. Oh my god, he does. Like, I very, very, very rarely fuck with AI. The most I ever do is I've done a few Suno things for music to avoid copyright. And I've done, like, some of the renders for a cause. I obviously don't put the clone through them because of how heavy anti-AI they are. I'm not going to just go, yeah, I'm not just going to go, hey, my new friends that are heavily anti-AI, look at this thing I did with AI for your characters. Because that's not cool. And I'm fine with just using the call renders for people. Like, I've been kind of swaying back towards that with LAW. Like, it's been, a weird year. Like, yeah, no, I remember that was one thing you were worried about when we first met. You were like, I didn't know what kind of guy you were going to be. Because I know some of the AI people are weird. Which I agree, they are. Does it just say Randy Orton? Oh my god. What the fuck? All tall dynamite. I am not showing this monstrosity on stream. It has its moments for sure. All tall dynamite. That shit's so funny to me. Just all tall dynamite. Fucking alt.
Logan Paul. Oh, what?
Oh, oh dear god. I'm scared.
Prime doesn't have.
Oh boy.
It looks more like Wardlow than
It looks like that's the same guy it put me next to in the Jericho one. That's just who it thinks Jericho is. Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck, man. Look at this shit. So dumb.
oh.
It's K. Welcome back.
Children are something.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that I've gotten 2 weeks off from them.
Yeah, I get extras other than just stop out. They're actually not opening the day after, which makes sense because we open one day and then for the weekend.
That's what's going on with Hemlock. They've had the last week off. They go in tomorrow, and then they're closed for the rest of the week.
So stupid.
Oh man, you guys are gonna be thrilled to hear this. I know everyone's been waiting for this day to finally come, but I can tell you that for Grand Slam Australia tomorrow, Tony Khan is on the thumbnail.
Big TK. I gotta hop out again. back in a bit here.
All good. I am probably more proud of Grand Slam Australia than I should be for tomorrow. But with the that is very funny. But yeah, I'm very proud of Grand Slam Dynamite tomorrow in Australia. I try, I really do. Oh God. Yeah, I was gonna say, is anything I do perfect? God, no. Do I have flaws and things? Oh, for sure. Did the game try and sabotage me a little bit? Absolutely. Ugh. Pierre says, how's it going, Zander? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I can't complain. Got a good bit of video stuff done today. Got a impulsive last minute Christmas gift for Hemlock. Everyone wants to throw some money your boy ZC's way. Help reimburse me for that. It'd be appreciated. No, you're good. We've already talked about what you were doing for me for Christmas. More than enough. Yeah, I was essentially what happened today was I needed to go get the stuff for Hemlock's stocking because normally it used to be that I was in charge of She Who Shall Not Be Named stocking. She was in charge of mine, and then we went in on Hemlocks together because we all lived together. Well, now it's just me, Oos. So oh yeah, it's overflowing. We do. Hemlock has their takeover stream at some point next year. Once I pick up a copy of Dispatch, the idea is they're going to play through Dispatch on stream. I'll just be kind of sitting in the background of my own stream. Oh yeah. God. I will say without spoiling anything, obviously result wise, for those that are in the chat that aren't in creative or anything, I gotta tell you, just looking at them side by side as I make this thumbnail, there is no way tomorrow is not billed to some as the day Jay White fucking dies. That's what I heard. I do like I say this. I've said this a lot before. I love Bobby Lashley. Like I've always had a soft spot for him, even when no one else did.
He's in the no with
No, I get that. For me, it's not like I liked Lashley pre AEW. I think he's doing yeah. Yeah. Forget. Oh, shit. Yeah. Hold on.
All good. All good. Does Lashley refuse to take pins? I don't know. That's what I heard. It would make sense, considering the way he's booked sometimes. I really don't care. It does not bother me. Because Bobby Lashley's cool. He's always been cool. And Bobby Lashley's never really gotten a chance to be a standout guy, like outside of TNA. So I don't really care.
Yeah. Like I've always been a big Lashley guy. So I do think it's funny that he reportedly refuses to lose in AEW. And I mean the fact he's been there a year and has yet to take a pin kind of tells you. Yeah, he probably does. Doing pretty good, Flame, thank you.
I think if he was like fighting bigger names, I'd probably have more of an issue with it.
Yeah, and I mean him coming in and beating Swerve, that was fine. Swerve could eat that loss, and it was like, Lashley comes in and he beats a former world champion. That makes sense, and Swerve looked really good. I remember that match pretty well.
Zander, while we're on the topic of Swerve, I want your unbiased opinion.
What's up?
Who do you think leaves World's End this weekend, the men's world champion?
Oh, it's MJF, Hangman,
Swerve,
Joe, and Swerve, right?
It's a fatal four-way, yes.
I think it's Max.
I could see it. I think it's him or Joe.
I could see Max doing something scummy and then quote unquote choking out Joe to win.
I think Hangman hits the buckshot and Max steals it.
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna also
I think, and this feud means a lot to me for reasons nobody. It's personal to myself. Like I don't really talk about my outside of things on the internet a lot.
Yeah,
but I think the main event of All In this year is going to be Max Ospreay 3.
probably.
That's if Will's. We're hoping Will's cleared.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I also just dropped the Grand Slam thumbnail in the creative chat.
I will go take a look at that and give my honest review. Because I am a very artsy person. I like that a lot.
The fact that I'm able to actually build a Tony Khan appearance as like an anticipated thing, that's my biggest gonna pat myself on the back thing for the night I'm gonna have.
I don't think it's that hard, honestly, because I'm gonna be honest. I think Tony Khan gets a lot of shit, but he's kind of the ideal person you'd want running a wrestling company.
No, I agree.
Like, it's so crazy to me that people would rather have like executives who only care about money running a wrestling company than an actual wrestling fan. Like,
right.
That's weird. It's weird to me.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Like, he can have his moments. But all in all, he just seems like a great guy to be around.
Yeah, no, I agree. He seems like he's a pretty good guy. I got no issues with Tony.
Absolutely. And while I don't think this isn't me advocating for him to be on TV as like regularly, but when he's on, it's fucking funny.
Oh yeah, his comedic timing that he doesn't realize he has is very fun.
I think my two favorite Tony appearances were on Dark Elevation when he came out and he's like, 9 days from the night, 9 days from the night, 9 days from the night. And then when him and Better Than You Baby did the that one skit, it was really funny.
Oh my god, yeah, where he like comes out of his office and he's like, "What are you doing?" I vaguely
No,
remember.
he goes, and I only know this word for word because I adore that fucking storyline with all that I am. He goes, hey, Max, Adam, in my office right now. And then they leave. And then Max starts talking shit. He goes, oh yeah, I'm going to remember that come the bidding war of 2024. What was that? Oh, nothing, boss. Good, great. Good show, guys. And then he fucking closes the door.
I remember that now that you've said it, yeah.
It's very ironic that this friendship started with me calling you a mark when I'm the biggest mark that I know.
That's like I do think it's funny
It's
that
very-
like I had almost let it die. Then BDE has to show up in my universe. I'm like, all right, one more for the road, everybody.
You want the honest truth?
Yeah, what's up?
Say it all the fuck you want. I don't care. I really don't.
I was worried when in chat you literally weren't like, for fuck's sake, when we gonna let it die? I was like,
oh
okay.
no, that was it. That was a joke.
Okay,
No,
cool,
no,
cool.
God no. If I had a problem with it, I would tell you to your face.
I appreciate
I wouldn't
that.
blindside you in a premiere chat like that. Fuck no, no.
I didn't think you would. It didn't seem like something you'd do, but it was funny because I
No.
just responded with, I'll stop beating the dead horse when it stops printing money.
That made me laugh. No, your response was funny. And to respond to Pierre real quick, I don't really view TK as an authority figure. He just shows up and makes announcements, then goes about his day.
Yeah.
That's why I think people don't mind Tony as a character on TV that much, because he's not really a character. He just shows up, goes, oh, hey, we're doing this soon. See you guys, great show, and that's it. Yeah, no, you guys can run the fucking mark for yourself train into the ground as much as you want.
No.
It takes a lot to bother me, and like fucking, I don't think there's ever gonna come a point where I'm bothered in here.
I was gonna say, I do my best to not bother people.
No, we've only been in this community for like what 2-3 months.
Something
I'd
like
say.
that. Somewhere around.
Yeah, and everyone, to just the holidays, let me give a fat shout out to everybody. Everyone I've talked to in creative has made us feel so welcomed, and it's appreciated. We have I've talked ad nauseum privately because I'm not going to mention names publicly, as I've said before, because certain people will see it and they'll hop on it like parasites. But I've been very vocal privately about how our last like partnership soured.
Yeah.
Because we point blank, this is the most I'll say about him, paired up with a bunch of narcissists. But this has been the exact opposite.
Yeah.
The only similarity is shit happened so fast with both friendships, but here it felt natural. It feels natural. 100%. Let me also just say I'm very, very glad you've been able to get into AEW recently.
Oh yeah, it's
Very
been
cool.
nice. Only reason I didn't watch last week was just because I just didn't have time.
And the thing is, it's taped. You can find all the results online and keep up with it. I usually keep you up to date anyway, so
Exactly.
It's fine.
Plus, it being taped made it a little harder for me to be like, all right, I'm going to get into this. I was like, well, shit, what's going to stop me from looking up spoilers? I know myself.
I do that. And we will probably talk about who we think's gonna win the C2 off the stream, because I know people like to witness that shit for themselves who's going to be in the Final Four. But
Yeah.
But I'm excited for Saturday, dude. I'm very excited.
Oh god, is World's End this Saturday?
It is, yes.
Oh shit, I'd forgotten about that. I'm gonna be so like, because we're just doing this in like a clone call off stream. I'm gonna be so dead during
it's
that.
just hanging out. Yeah, it's just us hanging out.
I'm gonna be so fucking dead during it because I'm going to have just had on Saturday alone. Fucking, I haven't decided if Crown Jewel or Bound for Glory is coming first. I really haven't.
If it would lighten the workload on you, we have no problem. I at least don't have a problem just modding and taking over the chat for you.
I do appreciate that. I like seeing things happen in real time. But
I know. But I feel like it'd be far more enjoyable for you if you could just sit back and watch it happen instead of having to hover over the fucking keyboard and fucking, you know?
Having to babysit it.
So you're annoying that. Yeah.
I get it. I'm gonna actually tonight also try and fucking remember to install some more of these ARW mods and get them running so that I can record Crisis and save some cost loss.
Oh yeah, brother.
I have to get fucking renders and modding. Everyone's like, oh, modding must make everything so easy. For playing the game, yes. For existing, when you install things, no.
What renders do you need?
Well, they've got to be formatted, is the
Okay, send me the format.
It's fine. I can find them because, like, fortunately, all of the all the servers I'm in for this stuff, most of the people have renders. It's just a matter of going scavenger hunting. It doesn't take long.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but it's all good.
Oh, I know you know. I know you know.
I pull this into it. No, it doesn't. Fuck yes. Good, I can actually work with stuff.
I'm probably gonna go font hunting tomorrow and start working on the shit we need for our project.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go asset hunting for card graphics and make a mock card. You'll probably get it by the end of the night before stream if we do stream tomorrow.
Oh hell yeah. Appreciate it.
Oh,
I had to think about what you were talking about. I was like, what are they talking about? What project? Oh, that project.
Yeah. If you ever hear me utter the words "our project," it's one of two things.
Yeah, now I remember. Oh, I remember.
Member berries.
Oh boy, it's the greatest general manager of all time, Ava. Guys, she's so young. She's the youngest GM ever, and she's so good at everything. I fucking hate Ava so much.
Dude, let me tell you, and this isn't a shot at anybody, all right? Any of the homies? It is so refreshing having a friend who hates the fucking bloodline as much as I do.
Yes, it's just so fucking... It's such a waste of time.
Because look, listen. I'm not bashing anybody here. You're allowed to have whatever opinion you like. But, brother, I have not fussed with the bloodline in the longest fucking time. I haven't.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I haven't. But again, everyone who's been a part of creative has heard that ad nauseum, so there's no need to go in that spiel again.
Yeah, no.
But it's refreshing. Yeah, it's refreshing to have a friend who's agrees with me on that, and one who's in the South Park as much as I am. Because the only 3 clone lads that are in the South Park over in the server are me, Status, and GM.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for South Park to come to fucking Fortnite. That should be any day now.
Oh, I have no doubt that's gonna.
Oh, it's in the works. It's in the files and shit. They're just waiting to release it. It's getting a mini pass and everything.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, Liam's finally getting me to play fucking Fortnite soon. All it took was Sabrina Carpenter.
Look, listen. Yeah, listen. We're gonna have a fantastic. Let me get. My thing is Pierre. It's not even just as a faction anymore. It's like, and I know this is gonna raise a lot of red flags. Like, oh, what about Jacob Fatu? What about Naomi and Jimmy Uso? It's just I'm sick and tired of seeing people, all these people from the NOIE family, just getting opportunities over a lot of people. It's really annoying.
No, I totally get that. I absolutely get that.
Chang'e shirt on Cena. Yeah. Yeah, the Batman Beyond pack looks really good too. They just dropped Doc Brown today.
Oh yeah.
They did, yeah. Because Marty was in the battle pass, so it only made sense.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from because like I do agree on like the exception. Me personally, it is like the exception of Jacob Fatu. He's the exception for me, and that's it. But like,
I think, look, I would have no problem with it if these guys actually put in the work to warrant them getting the pushes. The problem is they don't.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you on 90% of them. I'm with you.
Yeah, they don't.
Like
They don't
Fatu
seem to
is
be
the
professional
one I can
title.
say I feel like puts in the work, and that's it. Because he does deliver really good matches. But that's pretty much it for me.
Ooh.
Oh man, guys, Ava is so mad. She's so intimidating. I'm so glad all these grown men 3 times her size are so intimidated by her. She is the bloodline Nepo hire that bothers me the most, and I'm not even like being tongue in cheek.
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay, who is it for you?
Nia Jax.
You know what? I didn't even think about her.
Ava's worst sin is she's boring. She's boring.
I'll give you
Nia
that.
Jax deliberately. What's up, Kay? Nia Jax has deliberately injured people and has gone on to make disgusting statements about a lot of people. So yeah, no, it's Nia for me.
You know what? That's fair. I will say a second. I will say that Ava is a second for me in that regard because I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because like I said, like for me, if we're going in terms of hiring, it's Nia and Ava. If we're going in terms of fucking like just members in general, it's fucking Nia, J, Roman, and then Ava maybe.
What was the question?
The worst.
We were Zander said that Ava was the Bloodline Nepo hire. Ooh, Ospreay with the spinner kind of goes hard too. Anyway, he said that Ava was the Bloodline Nepo hire that bothered him the most. I said I couldn't agree with that. It's Nia. It's Nia Jax. It'll always be Nia Jax. And we agreed Ava's the second biggest Nepo hire. If we're talking like most unwatchable members of the Bloodline, it's Nia, Jay, Roman. They're the big three.
Yeah, I mean, for the unwatchable part, it's like, it's hard to say Ava, because even though like she's definitely up there, like, but it's hard to put her in that top three.
Her biggest sin is she's boring. Her biggest sin is she's boring. And I
was just gonna say, because it's like she doesn't wrestle, and her segments are just usually harmless for the most part. It's just she has 6 of them a night.
Okay, no,
It
hold
feels
on.
like.
I gotta take a quick pause here. It's nothing to do with what you guys are talking about. No, I gotta talk about this. They're running a Christmas Chaos tag team matchup. Now, I'm not saying you owe me royalties for this clearly incredibly amazing idea that came up and you stole from me. I'm just saying maybe there should be a check in the mail the first of every month. Yeah, I guess that's royalties. I guess that's what I'm asking for.
Careful now, Zander. You'll start sounding like Grim.
No, I was doing I was doing a different Northeasterner. Controversial YouTuber there.
Yeah, oh boy, Maven's number 3 YouTuber turned wrestler, Grim.
Maybe he's the third greatest YouTuber turned wrestler to eat at the buffet, but
Right. I hate how much of a Grim fan I used to be. Like, I see old stuff, I would comment on his videos back in the day. I'm like, oh, that's the cringy
I will
shit.
never forget this. I will never forget this. And Grim is one of the rare exceptions I will make for bringing up personal shit. I remember I used to be subscribed to his YouTube channel, his whatchamacallit, his vlog channel. And I don't know if the video is still up. It might be. You'd have to go deep dig. But there is a video he uploads to his channel where he's clearly drunk. He's clearly drunk. And he is talking about his ex-wife who has a child. When you watch those videos, you think they're harmless, they're whatever. But then it kind of raises a red flag to you the way he treats her in the videos. When you see, that she actually left him and took the fucking kids,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend I know what went on in that house, because I don't know. But all I'm saying here is I think there's a very good reason Krim, God kill me. No, Krim, we love Krim.
Yeah, we love
there's a good reason, I think, that Grim does not have his children anymore. That I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in said video I'm referring to, Yuki's drunk and he's begging to see the kids again. He'll be a better father. He'll be this. It's really bizarre. I don't know if it's still up, but it was really, really fucking bizarre. It was really weird.
Yeah.
He didn't take it down when he came back to his damn senses and realized, oh shit, this probably shouldn't be on YouTube, then.
I mean, considering Grim spent months after their divorce bashing her on the fucking on his YouTube channel, it wouldn't surprise me if it's still up.
Yeah. It's like
because Grim is the biggest. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, when I watched the Maven video and the match that he watched of Chris Danger, me and Zander talked about this in the Discord. Yeah, Danger, that was a rough match for Danger, because Danger and Breeze just never felt like they were actually on the same page in that match. But I know there's way better matches that Danger's had that he could have done. And granted, Maven probably just doesn't, follow all these guys, and probably just, chose a match that was requested. or or whatever. But it was
The
like,
thing
man,
is-
like it just made Danger look like a chump in the video. Is my issue with it. I still love Maven, but it was like, damn, Danger looked like an idiot in that
We're
fucking
doing good, Bad Dog. We're doing good. I just had my Christmas today. I'm just vibing and chilling with the lads.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just got off work for my last day of the week. Going to World's End on Saturday, so just preparing for my Chicago trip.
Hell
That's my life.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But what were you saying, Liam?
Fucking yeah, he chose a more recent match for Grimm, and he chose Danger's first match. Like, yeah, no shit. Grimm, the guy at the time, whether I love him or hate him, was never 20-year veteran, is gonna look better in the ring than a guy wrestling his first match.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
that wasn't.
I think it might have been.
Who was he fighting? Breeze?
Yeah, that was his like third
Yeah.
match. It was his third.
Okay,
Yeah,
third. That was second singles match.
because they referenced the Spears match when he got just fucking gashed, because they referenced it with the table spot.
Yeah, because Chris wrestled Spears, then him and Breeze fought the Workhorseman, then he fought Breeze. That was the second singles match, third overall match. And fucking it's
Breeze, who's been wrestling a fucking long time, is gonna carry a match with a guy who's barely ever competed.
Knowing Chris, it was probably in character.
Oh yeah.
Chris taking a shot at Maven, because Chris is a generally nice guy. So bro was probably healing it up.
His video where he was talking about like his tag team match against BDE, where he was calling people and they just kept denying him, was really funny. Like when he pretended to call Sandy, he was like, "What are you doing on Saturday? It's so important." Retiring.
Doing on Saturday. Retiring? Since when? The only problem I have with Chris Danger, and it's not even a major one, I want to know who looked at him after seeing how good of a heel manager he was and went, "Yep, we're going to make you a babyface wrestler." Yeah. No. Chris Danger is made to be a heel.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, bro just has that smarmy, like, that you just want to punch this dude in his fucking throat type shit.
Absolutely.
Like,
I made this comparison. I think I have in creative when we've talked about plants. Not going to say what plants, obviously, because I don't want to be an asshole. But fucking, he's just Don Callis, and I mean that in the best way possible. He's just Don Callis.
He's Don Callis,
but he wrestles.
Nature. Yeah, he's Don Callis without the problematic nature. Like, that's basically what it is.
Chris Danger as a character is a slimeball. That's when he is at his best. He's a slimeball.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it felt like he just got turned into a face wrestler, so that, and this goes back to our point about, like, with BDE, like, it felt like it was just so him turning on BDE.
Yeah. I don't look. I have said this before. I have no problem with BDE. He's a decent promo, but as a wrestler, he's fine. I guess he's nothing jaw dropping.
I mean, he does what every major high flyer does now, just shittier.
My thing is, it's, I feel like if I was going to be because when you're a YouTuber turned wrestler, I'll be honest, the general audience kind of coddles you a bit. Because they're like, oh, he wrestles like a wrestler, so he's a great wrestler, because a normal YouTuber would, no, that's not how they want it. If they're going to be a wrestler, you need to critique them like a wrestler.
Yeah. You can't tell me watching if you're watching the Maven video and you're watching his match with Myron Reed, and Maven says it too, and Maven gives, and I love Maven for this, because he was giving Reed props a lot through the time he was reviewing the match. You can't tell me with two open eyes and stone cold sober that Myron Reed didn't fucking carry that match.
Yeah, and to be fair, you know, that was Brandon's second singles match.
Oh no, absolutely no, and that's Reed's job.
The fact that match was good. The fact that match was good speaks to how good Myron Reed is, and that's not dogging what BDE. Yeah, that's not dogging what BDE at all. I just want to preface that because I think Brandon's a nice guy.
But but the thing is BDE's fans are going to gas him up like he's the second coming of Christ. Is the issue? It's not really BDE's.
That's just honestly, that's just the belly of the beast when it comes to having a devoted fan base like that.
Yeah.
Big or small, but it's just, you know, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know, Brandon doesn't mind it. But if I was in his shoes and I was a YouTuber turned wrestler and people were acting like I was fantastic for doing basic minute shit any wrestler could do or any high flyer could do, I would go no. Don't fucking gas me up for doing the basics. If you think I'm good, thank you. If you think I'm good, thank you. But be honest, put your bias aside.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, dude. Dude, like you watched me almost break my neck on a fucking Hurricane Rana. Like you're not gonna tell me that I did that great when I almost fucking killed myself had Myron not saved me at the last second.
Like, I'll be honest. I don't think who were all the 5 wrestlers critiqued that video. I know Danger beat
it was
Logan
it was Grim and who was the 5th again?
It was Grim, it was Logan, it was BDE, it was Chris Danger, and Simon Miller.
Oh yeah, Simon Miller.
Honestly, by default, I think Simon Miller's the best out of the 5.
I agree. He also picked the match
Simon's match
where
was
Simon
solid.
got gassed.
I think he chose a match that Simon was like, I don't know if it was like a newer match, but like, or an older match, like when he was first like when he was new to it, but like, Simon,
I think Simon, because the other 4, Grim and Logan by default to me are the worst. BDE is fine. He's a decent promo, but he does nothing to move me. Chris is basic, but his character and promo work put him in number 2 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Logan's 5 for me just because he's a worthless piece of shit. Grim's 4 because he's not a whole lot better.
No. Even here. Let me give this take as someone who's followed. You know, not saying no one else here has followed non-WWE wrestling for so long, right? If you like a Logan Paul match, you're just watching a Timu Adam Page match. Every cool move, every cool thing Logan has done in the ring, he has stolen. 75% of his moveset is Adam Page's. And the only positive is it's the reason why it's finally in a fucking 2K game, the Buckshot. It's the only fucking positive.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't stolen the fucking Deadeye yet.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
The only reason WWE diehards, and when I say diehards, I mean the tribalistic morons, try to sit there and tell you that what's up, JT? What's poppin', buddy?
Hey,
what's going on? What's up? How's your day been, big dog?
I was exhausted for most of it, and
I wonder why. I wonder why.
But back to before JT joined, I was saying, the only reason the WWE tribalistic diehard act like Logan's a phenomenal wrestler is because he does all the fucking PWG fucking high-flying spots like I mentioned and hangman shit, and he's in WWE. And now if Logan Paul was in AEW or fucking New Japan, then they'd hate it. Which, first of all...
never go to New Japan.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. I wouldn't fucking want him in AEW either. Those cocksuckers can keep him.
I was saying he never go to New Japan for other reasons.
he stole the pulverizer from some dude in Japan. I forget what his name is. Someone will probably look it up and fact check me on that. See, Bad Dog, I can't in good faith rank Grimm higher than anybody but Logan Paul. I can't.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Because the thing to me is, look, we all know how this friendship has started, right? Obviously, we've referenced it earlier. But last time I checked, Zander Carper isn't a 20-time grand champion.
Nope, I got it once, and even then, I didn't even get to lose it.
Yeah, the last time I fucking checked, Zander Carper hasn't held every title at least 10 times. Grimm has. Grimm has held every fuck. Grimm is big. Is not as big as he. Grimm thinks he's bigger than he actually is.
Oh, don't you know he's the reason anyone knows who MJF is?
Right,
Oh,
not like MJF is gonna get this. Yeah, here's the fact. Grimm has 1 million subscribers. In 24 hours, his latest video got 12,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about Grimm anymore. The only people that do are fucking 5-year-olds and people who never got out of their edgelord phase.
Correct.
The Mom's Basement Squad.
Pretty much. It's fucking that. I remember a while back when we probably talked about Grimm for a bit. He always, someone brought up, I think it was JT, that he always makes the point, well, you know, I'm the only one I can rely on. He would probably be able to rely on his roster more if he didn't win the belt so many fucking.
If they knew that they wouldn't just be going there and winning a title just to drop it to the guy who runs the place.
Yeah,
like,
for those who aren't well versed in GTS, like I was, and Zander probably was there for a bit. A lot of these guys drive an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3 to go to those fucking tapings. And if I'm gonna show up there to win the fucking belt just to eventually drop it back to Grimm, why the fuck am I gonna take time out of my work schedule, time off from my fucking job? You know, it's stupid. Makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. And also, like, this is just a personal thing here from when I was a GTS diehard from, like, 2015-ish until 2017, maybe? Maybe 2017 sounds right. The last thing I remember is they went to the second warehouse doing the fucking RWA or whatever it was called. Where fucking the dude in the Burger King crown.
It was Matt Castle. I know who you're talking.
Yeah, where he had his own promotion and everything.
Yeah, I actually designed that dude's main logo when I was a kid. Looking back on it, I probably should have asked for royalties, but I didn't.
Probably.
I didn't.
But yeah, no, like, fucking him and all his buddies had the second warehouse, and fucking, I remember they did the Rumble where there was that weird spot in the middle of the Rumble for the belt, where, first of all, Grimm's Rumbles have never meant shit, where it's like, the winner of the Rumble is gonna go to Grimmomania and fight for the belt. No, the winner of the Rumble gets the fucking belt every year, is what it's always been, it feels like.
Yes, it still is. I check in from time to time. It still is.
Wow, okay, yeah, cool. We're like halfway through the Rumble, like 7 people that got eliminated got a second chance to go back in for some reason. And then, like, fucking his... Okay, alright. I tuned out shortly after that Grimmomania. But I feel like I've popped in and I've hate-watched him a few times. I need someone to tell me for sure. Is fucking Doo-Hop really his brother?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
That's for real.
Okay, they're actually brothers. It was just at the time I was watching, he was his British best friend, but not actually his brother. But now they just are brothers and like are legit brothers.
So the reverse etching Christian.
Yes. And if I'm not mistaken, for three times in a row, three times in general, twice in a row, ownership or some power was on the line in the which meant, and then the same Rumble I think you're talking about, they had Doo-Hop win the Rumble just to let Grim pin him and get control of the warehouse.
Oh, brother.
Oh, what a Joe Hendry appearance, by the way, just to brighten the mood a little bit there. Yeah, no, like fucking...
Yeah.
Oh my
Brightening the
god.
mood.
Hi, Ray. We're complaining about Grimm's Toy Show. To catch you up to speed.
This is directed at what you just said about his brother winning and then Grim beating him for the warehouse.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, correct. And it's like... I so
Grimm's
vaguely
Toy
remember...
Show's
What'd you say, Ray?
that whole thing's weird because of like just like that whole thing where he like was kind of breaking kayfabe, kind of not, with his whole relationship with his wife.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Which one?
The first one.
Yeah. It's the Barbara situation is weird because when you first watch those videos, because I did when I was younger. I think a lot of people have had a Grim phase, but when you're younger and you're watching those videos, you don't think anything of it. But then when the divorce news came out, and you go back and you look, you start to question what was real and what wasn't.
And also I'm not trying to say anything, but like having like to be legitimately upset about something and to have your partner shove your face in a camera about it and like be making a joke, like that'd be fucking awful. Like as an adult.
I'm just saying, Ray, it's not a coincidence. All I need to know, and I've followed him enough to know this, when they got divorced, his wife got full custody of their children. So that just tells me all I need to know.
Hardly.
There was probably a good fucking reason.
As a guy whose parents went through divorce court, I will say it's pretty easy for a woman to get full custody if she really wants to. Divorce court favors.
I can understand that, but because that has happened exactly. But in Grim's case, it's a lot of.
I'm saying that. I'm just saying like she got full custody.
I get it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's. But anyway, Zander, what were you saying?
I don't know. I was just complaining about him. That's all.
The last thing you brought up was about fucking the warehouse. Fucking
yeah.
About
I was saying when I tuned out. Right. It was shortly after that Rumble. They did the fucking oh my god, fucking Rojo is actually Doo-Hop. Who'd have fucking known? Reveal and all of that, and like shortly after that Grimmomania, where it was just a fucking very convoluted show, where like. One of the only GTS guys I really liked, Jeff Bravo, fucking turned heel, went for the belt, lost, but then suddenly Cletus had a shot at the belt with no implications of how he got it, and he stole the belt, so they pulled the old red belt out from under the ring.
I do not blame you for forgetting that. A lot of GTS. I remember that. He won some fucking GTS at an SWF show. Fuck Rob Fury. But anyway, fucking at an SWF show. And he got the right challenge for any fucking... It's stupid. It's very dumb.
Yeah, that sounds
very stupid. See, the thing is, Cletus and Bale were two of the only guys around I liked that were actually decent. And I don't keep up with much anymore, so I don't know if what I'm about to say is 100% true, but it sounds on brand for Grimm. Apparently, recently in his videos, he's been making fun of Kurt. Kurt left GTS a couple years ago, and apparently Kurt's not doing that well health-wise. So, real top-notch fucking guy there. Like, real 10 out of 10.
That sucks.
It seems like Grimm's just like. It just seems like he's like legitimately a man-child.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
No, he is a piece of shit. But like to describe like his temperament, he is a man-child.
Yeah. I remember when the whole Brock thing happened. He was one of the people on Twitter fucking popping for and pretty much calling anyone who had an issue with it fucking.
Also, he's one of the few people who like will talk to JD from NY and
oh no, absolutely, you're 100% right, because to reference the main video,
like
JD's
a piece of shit too, honestly.
JD's what?
JD from NY is a piece of shit.
Actually, yeah, absolutely, he is. I'm just saying, one of the JD from NY moments that will always get me is House of Glory. It's Mercedes Monet's House of Glory debut. It's her first appearance in the company. And he gets pulled off of commentary for the match. And he takes to Twitter and runs his mouth like, she got me pulled for my match. She can't handle criticism. My brother, you're not criticizing her, you're obsessed. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's this weird. Look, it is more than okay to have problems with Mercedes Moné having all of these belts. You don't like it? Fine, cool. That's not for you. I respect that. But all that I can really ask is you understand why it is happening. And I can for sure tell you it's not happening because Mercedes and Tony have creative control. That's not happening at all. The reality is.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
And I wasn't trying to cut you off, Liam. I was trying to add to your point.
Go ahead.
Was like whether you like it or not, when you become a part of the show, you don't bury other parts of the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And whether people want to admit it or not, Ray, we had discussion a long time ago about wrestling. Outside of WWE wise, Mercedes is a proven draw. She is a proven. These are statistics. When she won the Rev Pro title, subscriptions to Rev Pro on demand tripled. They tripled. Mercedes has sold out countless indie promotions, and when the promoters, the talent, and everybody that she's worked with in these promotions have nothing but nice things to say about her and how much it meant to even share the ring with her, I don't think it's hurting anybody.
Well, also, like, I feel like people who try to discredit her say, oh, that only happens because they're simps. Or because she has so many simps. And, like, to me, that's, like, anyone, like, most people who say that, and this, like I'm not crazy, right? That's a very common, like, thing about where people will say that to discredit her drawing ability.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, like, do you guys agree? Like, do you think like people will often say like, oh, like all her fans are just simps?
No, I will be honest with you. I think some of Mercedes fans are a mixed bag. They're either obsessed with the woman and act like she's the greatest, period. But the other half are just fine people. I'll say this. I think Mercedes is one of the. I don't think she is the greatest. Go ahead. I'll finish.
But like Liam, that was my larger point. Was like I was like simps or not, like bad or not, casual or not, they're fans. They're bringing in money. Like that doesn't matter. Like
absolutely, it's 100%. It's these companies have been putting their belts on her because nobody loses. Nobody loses. And here's the other thing. This should shock nobody that Mercedes is doing this massive of a belt collector run when she's been very vocal. When she's been very vocal that one of her inspirations in wrestling is Ultimo Dragon. She's outright said that. This is common knowledge.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to be honest, here's another thing. There's a very good video you could find on YouTube breaking down both belt collector runs. If we're disqualifying certain belts for Mercedes, we have to do the same for Ultimo Dragon.
Yes, how many of those belts anything at that point?
It's the thing is, whether people want to admit it or not, Mercedes Moné is that's just the truth. She is a star. I remember when a lot of people criticized her because she got a higher paid deal with AEW than she did WWE, thinking AEW overpaid. I disagree. Mercedes was a very vital part in the women's evolution in 2016. Her and Bayley redefined women's wrestling for WWE, and in turn, at the time, for the American audience. The Four Horsewomen were a very essential part of that evolution. Mercedes has shown outside of WWE, her name holds value. If I'm her and I'm confident that I can draw like she has, you're goddamn right. I'm going to ask for more money. And whoever wants to pay it, that's where I'll go. But the thing I can appreciate the most, and the thing a lot of people don't understand about these wrestlers she's beating, we're in a new generation. A lot of these wrestlers coming up, like the Billy Starks, for example, grew up with Sasha and Bayley. That's what John Cena and Randy Orton may be to me or Kay or to anybody here, or what Macho Man is to Zander. Fucking Sasha and Bayley are to these young up-and-coming women. So
yeah,
they're not going to care.
It was AJ Styles for me.
Absolutely.
It was AJ Styles and Chris Jericho for me.
100%. Yeah, Sasha and Bayley were inspirations to these people. So you're ridiculous if you think they're going to complain about losing when they get to share the ring with their hero. Like, are you kidding me?
Why would it not even old enough to drink Billy Starks complain about losing to one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time?
Absolutely. It's with Billy Starks. You have so much time. She has. Well, I agree. We need to either shit or get off the pot with her as Ring of Honor Women's Champion. She has a long way to go. I think her and Nick Wayne will be AEW World Champions within the next 5, maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
They are undeniably the future of the company. They are set.
Dude, I am so high on Nick Wayne. I've always like I said.
Absolutely.
Nick Wayne, like the second he signed to AEW and he had his match with Swerve, I was like, oh, this kid's got something.
I knew Nick Wayne was special when he wrestled Will Ospreay in GCW, and it's one of the rare GCW matches I'll recommend.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about like the smaller indies, like, or I didn't know very much about them at that point.
That's 100% fine. But I think it is very telling when AEW go out of their way to sign a guy 2 years in advance to when they'll be ready. they're stocking Nick Wayne. This was Nick Wayne's second full year as an AEW guy, and he's already shared the ring with the likes of Darby Allin and Swerve and fucking Copeland and Christian.
Yeah.
He's fine. Nick Wayne will be fine.
The fact that they like sent Darby, who like obviously trained him, and because they're from the same area, but the fact that they like sent Darby and was like, hey, we'd like to offer you this contract, like send the guy who trained him, and a guy who's a face of that company. Like, if that's not a stamp of approval, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Wayne and Billy Starks are the future of the company. That's why it's a bit annoying when Billy Starks loses to Athena 2 years in a row. But it doesn't outright like piss me off because I know she'll be fine.
It's also like,
go ahead, Ray.
It's also great to pair. It was also just a great idea to pair Nick Wayne up with Christian Cage, because Christian's so good at being that smart.
Yes, 100%. I'll be honest. I'll say it. I think I've been vocal about how much I love Edge. But if you held a gun to my head and said only Edge or Christian can be AEW World Champion, pick one now or you die, I'm picking Christian in a heartbeat. It should 100% be Christian. And I love Edge. But Christian has done some of his best work in years in the company.
I feel like this might be a slight hot take, but I think Christian might be one of the top 5 character workers in wrestling history for me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I would argue I could see an argument being made. I, however, do think it's not a debate. It's not a debate that ever since he's come out of retirement 4 years ago, he's been one of the best wrestlers, at least in the North American scene.
Oh, he was, like, in my opinion, like, if you look at what he was doing right before he left TNA, I honestly think if he could, he would have like going back to WWE in 2009.
Oh, absolutely. I would 100% think that. I really do think if Christian hadn't jumped to WWE back in 09, it was 09, correct? 09, 08?
Yeah.
He would have
it's Christian deal.
He would have 100% been one of the first guys signed to AEW. And I'll be honest, he probably would have had a New Japan run.
Oh yeah, not just that. I was about to say, I was like, oh dude, don't forget like New Japan, because like now that we're really learning the numbers of what New Japan was from 2013 to 2019, we're kind of figuring out that New Japan, like, that was the biggest Japanese wrestling has ever been.
Absolutely. And like, look, Christian and Kenny have two of the most slept on matches in AEW. But Jesus Christ, can you imagine how better those matches would have been in 2018?
Yeah. Dude, I regularly go back and watch the moment where Christian Cage won the Impact title from Kenny Omega on Rampage. Because the ending and the pop give me goosebumps every time.
Yeah. A lot of people remember All Out for the Cole Danielson moment, and that's completely understandable. I will die on the hill. It's one of the greatest pay-per-view endings of all time, in my opinion. But I don't think the Omega Cage match from before that gets enough love. I think it's a solid main event.
Yeah.
Because
I'm a big I fucking
that's right.
When Christian came,
I'm so sorry. Really quickly, Bad Dog just pointed this out about Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne was one of Sting's final matches. If you remember that. Full Gear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now go ahead.
Yeah,
I apologize.
When Christian came to AEW and he did the whole outwork everybody thing, I think it's funny that he actually lived up to it, because it's like, everybody was working hard and there were top guys, but bro was busting his ass to put on solid matches and elevate people.
Absolutely. Because Christian has always been an underappreciated wrestler. He always has been. Christian is a guy that I genuinely think, had WWE put the proper time and care into him, could have been a great WWE champion. But they never did.
I think, and I'm not saying this is a knock to Edge. Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time. But
Me too, brother. One of my all-time favorites.
But I think Edge growing up was a WWE fan.
Yeah.
You know? And I think if you look at like how he talks about it and thinks about it, I think Christian was much more of just a generalized pro wrestling fan.
Yeah. You can tell because look, I'm biased. All right. Copeland's my boy. I'm biased. I do not think Copeland's AEW run has been as bad as the IWC has made it out. Because believe it or not, it has not been that bad. I think the Moxley stuff was god fucking awful, but besides that, it has not been bad.
Oh, hey, Josh, over in the chat. Good to see you, bud. Well, Green.
Hey, Zander,
What's up?
check your cash app, bro.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. Thank you, Kay. 150 for So We Meet the Goal. All right. Shit, I have to dress as Princess Peach for a live stream at some point. Good thing I wasn't already working on making that cosplay to use for a con. Oh, thank you, though, Kay. For real. Shit, that's very appreciated.
Shouts out the GOAT, KJ Elliott.
Fuck! Oh my god!
What the fuck?
My phone fell off my desk.
Oh no!
I just not shot myself on stream. This is a heavy case.
Oh no! Oh
Ow.
man! Oh, that's gotta suck.
Hey, I'm trying to be serious here, but I almost just spit out my Popeyes after that. So give me a second.
Yeah. Fuck.
Okay, so not only does Zander get to do the Princess Peach cosplay stream, we also, Zander, better get ready to start playing Fortnite, brother.
I know.
Liam makes Zander finally play Fortnite is met, as well as wrestling karaoke stream Rip to Hemlock.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I did.
Can I do the karaoke? Can I do? Wait a minute. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I do karaoke of some of the Terry Funk songs from his Japanese album?
Sure, Ray.
I will say this. Dude,
Anyways.
I clipped myself in the nads earlier, bro. That shit still stings, dog. I feel your pain. It is not fun. But doing a point out, Bad Dog, I do not think it's a hot take that All Out 2021 is the best pay-per-view of the year. Because I feel like a lot of people were at the time, I think some still do, were calling it the greatest wrestling pay-per-view since WrestleMania 17. Like, I saw that thrown around a lot. So I really don't think that's a hot take.
It was one of the first shows I watched in a long time where there was nothing on it that I could say, "Holy shit, that was like that was or that was bad." Like I enjoyed everything on that show.
All right, folks.
Also, the AEW appearance of Eric Redbeard.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, we're back. We're live again. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
You know what you tell her. You know what you tell know what you tell her?
What's that?
You'll cover for her the day John Cena returns to wrestling. So never.
Oof.
What was the thing?
It was just a joke about how she who shall not be named always shows up in my DMs in the worst times right now, or at the least convenient times.
Oh.
Usually to tell me that I owe her money. On a brighter note, I'm gonna send this to the creative team. I want to get you guys' opinion. I've remade the ARW World Title. It's just the same, but I've left the plates gold instead of the silver that they are in real life. What do we think?
Let me take us. Oh, there we go.
How's it look with gold?
Solid.
Oh, that's a decent looking belt.
I'm eventually gonna.
I would.
Go ahead.
My main critique is I would put something behind the ARW.
Yeah, the only reason it looks like that, and I'll find you a picture, is because the ARW title is a real physical belt I have. It's out in my storage unit right now. But I'm going to bring it in now that I've got my own face. Let me see if I can find the picture 2020 when I physically made. Because, like, K is getting close to the point where it happened. Or you might already be at the point where it happened. Can't remember. Where the belt has taken on. No, the belt is still gold where you're at now. Right?
Not gonna lie, I haven't really been paying attention to what the belts look like.
That's fair. That's valid. See if I can find it, but eventually at one point I decided to get the belt physically made, and I don't know why the manufacturer made it silver. I thought he'd said it was gold, but I was just happy to have it. There it is. Here, I'll send it in the creative chat real quick. Here's the actual real physical ARW.
You guys. So, Jerry Lawler just announced he's going to have his last match.
Jerry, I love you, but fuck, dude.
I don't love Jerry.
Believe it or not, he's never had a last match before. So.
I just dropped what the physical ARW belt looks like in the voice chat text.
But all the top comments are on the post are just pictures of Gunther.
See, I don't know. I may be in the minority here. I like the silver.
I do too, and I think maybe I even ordered it silver on purpose.
Because to me, I know this was a topic of conversation last night. To me, I think the silver made the belt unique.
Yeah. And I believe...
Because you don't see...
Go ahead.
You don't see a world title usually be silver like that. And I just think it makes the design pop more.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
The only changes I would make... I'll let you finish first. Go.
I don't want to be the negative person who disagrees, so I'm just going to be quiet.
Well, you've started talking at this point. What do you got?
Ray Wood, my brother in Christ. If you have a differing opinion, don't be afraid to say it. It's on your mind.
Then.
Okay. World titles are gold because gold is the equivalent with the first place thing set up by the Olympics. That's why the title is gold.
I get that. No, I get that. I can understand that.
When a title is silver, first of all, it reminds me of late era ECW. So I'm already turned off.
Okay. I'll be the one to drop a scorching hot take here for 2 seconds here. The 2009 ECW title is not...
That thing is awful.
I disagree. I don't think it looks bad.
That thing is awful, Liam.
Is it my favorite championship of all time? No, not at all. But I have seen a million championships that make that look a million times better in comparison. It is a fine belt. My take is we've moved past the time where people think that deeply into play colors.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think I understand your line of logic. Your line of logic makes 100% sense. I just feel like we've moved past that era where I don't think people are going to look at a belt and go, oh, it's silver. That must mean it's not the top prize. Because like Pierre just said, all the classic Ring of Honor belts were silver, and the current ones are silver.
Which, I mean, you said people aren't, but I'm the one literally sitting here going, that makes it look secondary.
Yeah, but Ray, also...
People in general.
Like...
Go ahead.
I like how you're like, Ray, we need to specify for this argument. You're weird.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I was going with.
One thing I've noticed...
Don't try to claim to be normal.
Yeah.
Look. One thing I've noticed is Ray is rather old school, and that's fine. That's completely okay.
Yep.
100%. That's everyone has their preference. I personally think, obviously you're saying it makes it look secondary. I'm just saying people in general when I make that point. I honestly think the only thing the belt is missing is more colors besides silver / gold and black. I think some more color would make it pop. I also personally think putting the actual ARW logo where the ARW lettering is would pop a bit more too.
I'll give that a shot.
I think that would look good. I think giving it something like, I don't know, maybe here's a pitch. Make the plates gold, but the details on it, make those silver. I think that'd look cool.
Yeah, that could be cool. The only reason the detailing on it is black is because I literally did rip that straight from the proofs I was sent 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think when I look at the one you sent in the creative chat, what's up, JT?
I'm back.
What, my dog?
I do think the logo in the middle needs to be more like clear, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Oh no, I agree.
Now, granted, and Zander will tell you though, like, me becoming like a more old school thinking wrestling fan was like kind of a gradual thing. I used to be a much more like, I guess what you call an internet mark.
Yeah.
But I used to love the Young Bucks. Like,
my thing is, I have been very vocal, and I think this is where me and you are going to have scorchingly different opinions. In my honest to God opinion, and I am ready to launch the biggest debate possible.
Xander's like,
I think the Young Bucks. You already know what I'm going to say, don't you? You know where this is going.
Go ahead and say it.
I think the Young Bucks are the greatest tag team of all time. I said it.
Okay, qualify that position.
I think in ring wise, they're fantastic. I think if we're factoring Impact into this, they are two of the people very responsible for the launch of AEW, and they are 3 of the people very responsible for the massive popularization and boom period of New Japan outside of Japan. I think the Bucks have made a massive cultural impact. and I think it's one that can't be ignored. I think the Bucks have phenomenal matches. That's my case for it. Now, everyone's idea of the greatest is subjective. Because you probably think hearing that my greatest wrestler of all time is someone you wouldn't like or wouldn't think is anywhere near that, like an Omega or an Ospreay or something. No, it's very weird the Bucks are I pick for the greatest tag team of all time, because I pick for the greatest wrestler of all time is Bryan Danielson.
That does not shock me. But so here's what I'll say.
Go ahead.
Industry impact. So in terms of qualifying industry impact, there has only ever been one tag team to fill up a stadium. Well, no, there's. If you really want to get like, but I won't talk about that. That'd be me being very, very anal. But anyway, there's only one tag team to ever like really fill up a stadium. There's only one tag team to be such a big draw that 3 companies agreed to split the use of them. There is like only one tag team that was literally that big a deal, and they are the greatest tag team of all time, in my opinion. That is the Road Warriors.
That's fine. That's an acceptable take. That's fine. That is 100% okay. I'm fine
The Road
with that.
Warriors
Like I said,
are to tag team wrestling what Andre the Giant is to singles wrestling.
I think personally, everyone's opinion of the greatest, of like the greatest of all time, is very different, very subjective. I think the greatest WWE wrestler of all time, the most consistent, the one that has, for me at least, more great in-ring memories for me. If we're talking they were strictly mostly in WWE, for me it's John Cena. Because if you're factoring in cultural impact as well, Cena absolutely has a case. Cena has a case. Cena in ring-wise had way more good years than shit years. I think Cena is a very viable option for all around the greatest WWE wrestler of all time. Now, if we're talking drawing power, and we're talking solely drawing power, then there's a case made for Cena, for Austin. I think, fortunately for Hogan.
Here's what I'll say. Even beside drawing power, the impact of Steve Austin. Like, I know we're going to talk about, like, I know you were talking about with Cena. I was like, Cena made a great impact. I won't deny that. But I will still say, I think Austin made a greater impact considering the man has had one match. And that was, like, the WrestleMania match was great. But, it was Owens doing the bumps and leading Austin through a match, right?
Yeah, no, Austin's a very acceptable answer for that. Is, I think factoring everything in. You were done. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, no, that's right. So I was like, right. So I was like, Owens is like that part. But so my whole thing is that Austin's had one match in 22 years of being retired. And before that, he had been out for pretty much 2. So when you really take into account the time Austin was on top, he was on top from 1996 to 2001. So in 5 years, he had a career that still people he had a run that everyone still talks about like it was yesterday, 22 years later.
And I'll be honest. I think the same can be said for Cena. For better or for worse, I think the same can be said for Cena.
Cena didn't have that impact in that length of time. Cena wasn't able to do that in just that sort of time of being a top guy.
I'd say Cena still had a very, very great I'm
like thinking about like this.
No, I
he
know.
said Austin. My name. He said. Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. 4.5 years later, he's pretty much done. Like, by 2001, 2002.
Okay, I may be a little dumb here. What was the point? The point being made with that? I'm not being a dick. I'm just.
My point was that was like you were like, oh, Cena. I was like, but like, not my point with Cena is Cena had that impact, but my point was Cena had that impact over a length of like a very sustained period of time, over 15 years of being a top guy. My point was Austin had almost even more of an impact, and he was only doing that at the top level for 4.5 years. That's how memorable Austin was.
Well, and yeah, and that's why I've said Steve Austin is the only other guy, if you're solely factoring in the cultural impact and shit like that, that I would say was better than John Cena.
And Rock. As much as I dislike him, I dislike The Rock.
I mean, I could see a case made for Rock. I can.
There's never been a crossover star for someone to truly be at the top of wrestling and at the top of Hollywood. Like, because Rock's the only one really at the top of Hollywood.
Yeah. I would say Rock became big in Hollywood right when he was mostly done with wrestling.
No, but I was saying just in terms of a crossover star.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Like, people became fans of The Rock who had never been wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And now I think John Cena fans who were never fans of wrestling. That's now true too. So.
Yeah, I think fucking if you discount in-ring style, and keep in mind, I still think Steve Austin was underappreciated in-ring guy. I think in WCW he was solid as Stunning Steve. I think Austin solidly like in the ring can go. Like, this is not discrediting him, but if we are primarily talking Stone Cold Steve Austin, and we're factoring in-ring into this, that knocks him down a bit. The cultural impact keeps him up there, absolutely. But I think that knocks him down a smidgen.
Well, here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. People will knock him for that, say he became limited, but that was because he was already working with a messed up neck, so he couldn't work the way he had been as Stunning Steve Austin. But here's my thing. As he wasn't athletically, physically the same worker he had been, but psychologically he was still as good as he had ever been. Like psychologically, his matches were still just great. And I feel like psychology is something that's really underappreciated in wrestling now.
Because the way me and a lot of people look at it, and I think it's why shit I know with old school fans, sometimes the no selling and the excessiveness on the spots and shit can bother some people, and that's fine. It's never really bothered me because what's up here? Never really bothered me because I've always looked at wrestling like an anime. I've always looked at wrestling like a TV show. And you can get yourself immersed into it, but another part of you knows it's not entirely. I think when you look at modern wrestling through that lens, to a good chunk of people, it can be tolerable, but I can also see why it wouldn't be certain.
So, I mean, I get that like perspective on it.
Absolutely.
So like my perception of wrestling is like and Zander will tell you this is like one of the funny things about. I like how I keep referring to Zander as if we're an old married couple.
We pretty much are.
Like, I'm like,
Let's just be
well,
so for real about it.
If anything, you got Statler and Waldorf.
yeah.
Kind
From the summer vacation we took back in '62. Anyway, Xander will tell you it's funny because I'll say, I'm someone who really believes in presenting wrestling as a legitimate sport. I like to have
I
consistent
understand that completely.
psychology. And then I'll suggest comedy angles to him that will get over and will be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, which is why I knew going into bringing this up that I knew, because the Young Bucks are a very divisive tag team. You either really love the Young Bucks or you fucking hate the Young Bucks. There's no in between.
I hate what the Young Bucks have chosen.
I'll be the in between. I'm indifferent on them.
They're a cool
I don't
set of
Bucks, I
brothers.
just hate what they've chosen to become.
Elaborate. What do you mean?
I hate that like the way that they have like I hate how they've booked themselves in AEW.
What do you mean?
Like, well, do you really want to know the moment where I was like, I give up on the
I have a
Bucks?
very big gut feeling what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
You go ahead and guess. You know what it is.
It's Brawl Out. It's 100% Brawl.
No.
No? Okay, go ahead.
Is it the
No,
EVP
it's not.
stuff?
No.
Oh.
It's before. It was them refusing to lose the trilogy to FTR. Even though they've gone
You'd be annoyed by that.
since then, even though they've tried to make up for it since then, in that moment, like the Bucks not being able to do what was clearly best for everyone involved, not just for FTR, but for booking and the story, everything involved, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
What match was that?
No, it wasn't a match. It was the fact they never had that.
They did, Ray.
No,
yes,
it was
they
like
did.
No. It was at a point when it was at a point though after it was. No, I'm trying to. This is a weird thing. I'm trying to illustrate when this was. There was a point where they had a series of matches, and they're been built to a blow off, and it didn't happen because clearly FTR needed to win, and the Bucks didn't want them to win. And by the time they finally did it, it was just kind of done. I'm concerned by this level of silence. Let's see.
I'm trying to think about this because from what I don't, because if you're talking 2022, I mean, because the only FTR Bucks matches I recall are the Full Gear match where the Bucks won the tag title, the Dynamite match for the AAA and ROH belts where the Bucks won. I don't remember there ever being plans for a trilogy around. And if there was, which it's very possible there could have been, I'm just misremembering. If it was, both teams were in a really. I don't think it would have. it's kind of a complicated situation. Because I still think there was a lot going on there around that time, and there was a lot of personal grudges still going on around that time. I'm glad they waited. Because the All-In match and the Dynasty matches were solid matches that were way better than what we probably would have gotten if they wrestled with those personal grudges still. Because I am very sure the time period you're referring to is when the whole fucking lid came off the CM Punk Elite situation. And FTR were very pro, not that they're not anymore, but they were adamantly pro CM Punk. I think there was a worry about personal grudges and a whole fucking thing. The reason why I'm having a hard time believing that was a Raw fuck you thing is the Bucks are the same team that refused to beat Sting and Darby Allin in Sting's retirement match. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't make any sense. Considering these are the same team who in the inaugural AEW tag tournament lost first round to Private Party. This is the same team that's last title reign ended to Private Party. This is the same team's been willing to make asses out of themselves for months. That sounds weird. There had to be something more to that.
My thing is all that happened after it was like a thing of them trying to put themselves over for a long period of time.
I don't know. The Bucks, see, the thing is,
clearly trying to put themselves over for a long period of time.
Yeah, because during that period, the Bucks didn't sniff the fucking tag titles until what? That summer? And that was only because the bullshit with Jeff and his DUI happened, and they lost those motherfuckers like, what, 2-3 weeks later?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not saying you're wrong, because there's a very real chance I'm just fucking sucking ass at remembering this, and I just don't remember it. But I don't know. I don't know. Because I know I've mentioned that take to a lot of people, and a lot of people disagree with me. Some people have said, like you've said, the Road Warriors are absolutely that's a fair point to make. I'll be honest with you, though. As good as they are, a lot of people, and it may be because recent years have soured me on them. One person in particular. I think the Hardy status in that top 5 or top 10 is bumped down for me. But I could still see it. Yeah, that's personal opinions. I could understand why someone would disagree and go, yeah, no, they're still up there for me. I think the one team, when you really sit down and you think about it, that this fucking guy. It's
every goddamn stream.
You know, if you want us to stop, you can just ask.
I don't know who did the laugh track, but that was peak timing.
Probably
Thank you.
more
You're
than likely
welcome.
JT.
Nope, I will take credit. I deserve credit.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine
You're
with
the fucking
debates.
goat, bro.
That's cool. Hey, Zander.
Yo.
Hey, Zander. You're dead.
Xander, I have a request.
Oh no.
Oh boy, this would be good.
Can you sing the entire Living Tombstone's Five Nights at Freddy's song?
Which one?
There's
which
quite
one
a
is
lot
it?
to choose from.
Obviously, the first one.
Not off the
You
top of
gotta
my
say-
head, I couldn't.
You've got to say it. You can't sing it. I think saying it makes it funnier.
Phil, you make me angry, Phil.
Like, I will say, I don't mind the debates on occasion. It's when they're
Oh, shit.
every fucking stream. Like, you guys know it takes
They
a lot
just-
to get me to shout a GD.
I'm hurt and I'm old and
They
I'm fucking
just
tired.
ask us
and
to
I work with
stop and
fucking
we'll
children.
stop.
You can stop this anytime you want, man.
Yeah,
I'm a
exactly. If you
pushover is
want
the issue.
Okay. Okay, Zander, next time I find out you want us to stop and you don't tell me, I'm gonna punch the fucking shit out of you.
Please do.
You have a voice, motherfucker. Speak it.
Yeah, I know. It was just more
Alright.
funny to slowly put the stop the pain sign in my hands on the screen. I just thought that was the funnier way to go about it at first.
All right. Well, we'll put a pin in. We'll put a pin in this for now.
It
can
got
put a pin
it got a nice chuckle out of me for a bit, and it got us a nice new reaction image. So
It got a few good reaction images, I think.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go my battle.
I was expecting I was expecting something else, like please help, or just like I'm in hell, or
the fact that JT's back from the lounge.
I
Where
moved
he
him.
We
lives.
got-
All right.
But no, it was just like you gotta go. Like it was just funny to me, and I pointed this out that Xander's like the reaction image we've been using for a long time of Xander's soul leaving his body. He's wearing the exact same shirt.
I have a closet full of t-shirts. Like, I'll show it on stream real quick. I got a closet full of shirts. I wear the same 7.
I mean, so does everybody else.
I'm like a cartoon character.
I mean, though, like we're talking about memorable tag teams. The '80s had so many great tag teams.
I wear. Let's see. I wear my pink CM Punk shirt, my purple Yeet shirt that I bought before Jey Uso got corny. Yes, I know. Or to me, I should say he was corny before. I know, but to me, he wasn't.
Xander, I got a new wrestling shirt.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah. Who wants to take a guess at the new wrestling shirt I got? It is a classic wrestling.
Okay.
Anyone want to guess?
Classic wrestling. I got nothing.
Harry Funk.
Not Terry Funk.
That's a good
Yeah,
shout.
I think you're not.
I actually found this. Believe it or not, I found one at a store. Anyway, which is rare when you're a man of my. But I found Roddy Piper shirt.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Who doesn't love Hot Rod? I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you're a wrestling fan and you don't love Roddy Piper, I almost don't trust you. You know,
I get that.
like you don't love Roddy. Like,
Oh,
like, and you want to be a wrestling fan, but you don't love Roddy Piper. It's like being a music fan and hating Queen. It's like, who are you? Like,
oh my.
What if you're young and don't know
God,
who Roddy Piper is yet?
What's going on, Liam?
I'm playing Battle Royale right now.
Oh,
So
okay,
don't worry.
gotcha.
They're trying to kill Santa Sabrina.
I've also never played Fortnite.
I'm finally doing it soon.
It can be fun.
None
Definitely got- You definitely got. You definitely got to just find the season that is the most fun, because not all seasons are going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah,
Just
not all seasons.
Be grateful you did. Be grateful you didn't play the Simpsons one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'll be.
It was a fun
he'll be-
concept. Go ahead. Okay.
I was gonna say he'll be playing it because of Liam and by extension me, because I was the one who got us to that goal.
Yeah, it's true. I've got to next time I'm on stream, which probably won't be tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna do a Christmas Eve stream.
That's
Extremely
What are you doing for Christmas Eve, Zander?
What was that, Ray?
What are you doing for Christmas Eve?
Probably fuck all, if I'm honest. But no, I know what I'm doing. I'm getting up at the ass crack of dawn to do this promo with you, and then which is not a dig at Ray when I say that, by the way, everybody. I'm gonna get up the ass crack of dawn to do this promo with you, and then I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna work on TNA. I'm gonna work on SmackDown. I'm gonna work on Crisis. I'm gonna work on Bound for Glory. I'm gonna work on LAW, and I'm gonna work on Crown Jewel, and I'm gonna work on the World Cup, and I'm gonna work on Lethal Lottery, and I'm gonna work on Raw because I have 9 videos to do in the next 4 days. What dumbass keeps making me do this?
You.
Okay, well, if you're gonna be that way about it. I'm kidding. I'm back.
You choose the schedule, man. You're allowed to take a break.
No, I'm not, Pierre. I know what happens.
Says who?
Me, because I know what happens when I take breaks.
you. I can take a multitude of guesses what happened.
Yeah, what do you think happens when I take a break?
1 free day turns into 2. 2 turns into 3. 3 turns into 4. And so on and so on.
Yup.
Next thing you know, it's been 2 months, and oh my god, there's been no videos.
Mm-hmm. Be correct.
Yeah.
I would know. I'm friends with 2 workaholics now, so that's fine.
I will say though, this week is obviously not for the guy recording this many videos in one shot again, because last week apparently wasn't enough and he has to up the ante. But it's fun because if you were not in Discord earlier when it was announced, LS11 is taking a trip to the land down under this week.
Yep.
We
For a
are
whole
taking
week.
We are cutting travel costs for our talent, and we are just taking a big old trip down to the land down under and having a big old week of shows down there, including LAW Down Under tour.
Yeah.
Exciting times. I just killed the Jonkler.
I'm so proud of you, Liam, I think. Does anyone want to explain to me what the fuck they just said?
The Joker.
He means Joker.
It's a joke.
But Jonkler's funnier, so.
Gotcha. I think we're going to end stream now, by the way, because we have gone for half an hour over, and I would like to be able to talk creative with the creative team.
No. Well, boys, sometimes in life you have to end the stream. Sometimes in life you have to quit. Sometimes in life you have to move on, which is what we will do now.
Sometimes in life you have to tap like a bitch. Ask John Cena.
So, look, what I will say to all of you here tonight, watching us live, potentially one last time before Christmas, is once and for all, goodbye means that you're losing me for life. Can't call it love, then call it quits. Can't shoot me down, then shoot the shit. Did you forget that it was you who said goodbye? Goodbye. You don't get to be the one who cried. Can't have your cake and eat it too.